what should I do? Can cancel this thing.
We are extraterrestrial. We are KNR.
That one's for you, Mswenk.
All right.
I know this week you cancel this thing, man. Cancel this flag
I
thing.
mean, really, Chip, we talk about 22 million rand, yeah, you know, in a situation where the whole entire country has been in a crisis for years. You understand? So it was never gonna fly, especially for someone like me who's you know, expecting support from his government, especially from Minister of Arts and Culture, as an artist myself. I'm sure you guys can enlighten me what that meant to you, that 22 million rand being cancelled. What does that mean for you guys?
I mean, if you're gonna get some money, then great.
I just hope the money goes in the right direction.
It means we're going in the right
I
direction.
hope it goes in the right direction, that money.
Please elaborate. What do you mean when you say
Goes into the right departments
right?
in terms of in that industry.
I think it's just not using the money for that. You know, we need to understand that post-COVID life, we've lost a lot of things during COVID-19, especially in 2020 when it all occurred. So a lot of things still need to be revamped that were already running machines.
Yeah.
Things like, example, Grahamstown Arts Festival. I'm gonna make that example.
Big one.
In
Big
Durban,
one.
we have the Durban July.
Yeah.
Those are things that
Was
have
all
to
effective.
be revamped. That you have to inject funds in so they can, you know, work for the people, and they are for the people. Hence, they are there. To spend 22 million rand on a flag that is not breathing like South Africans are bleeding, who you know, not bleeding like South Africans have bled.
Yeah.
So
in the past
poetic.
would be
That's
blasphemy.
deep. So
That
it's really-
is so poetic.
That's deep.
It would be blasphemy. You know, that's my opinion on it. I'd like to say thank you to President Ramaphosa and Minister Nathi Mteto on their decision of cancelling the flag, which does not give them a right to take that 22 million and use it on something else. We want that 22 million used for the people of this country.
Injected into arts, sports, and
it's
culture.
taxpayers' money. The money must go back to the people, not on ornaments we care less about.
Yeah.
Do you understand? For us to have a flag that we are truly proud of, our citizens must be healthy. Our citizens must have jobs. There must be no unemployment. So we can have a flag that we look at and have pride and we have hope that the future will be brighter.
Well, you know, the president heard your cry, South Africa. Why to cancel this thing? Brighton, what's up on the weather front?
On the weather today, it's looking quite nippy in the Eastern Cape. But in Pretoria we have the highs of 22 degrees, Johannesburg 20 degrees, Cape Town 16 degrees, Durban high of 25 degrees, Bloemfontein high of 19 degrees, Polokwane 23 degrees, Uppington 15 degrees, Port Elizabeth 16 degrees, and East London a lot of rain, 16 degrees. So
I read
keep warm.
Sorry, I read somewhere, if you're living closer to the Lesotho border, expect some snow.
It's getting that
this,
deep.
Yeah, this weekend. That's how cold it may be. It's gonna get.
Hey guys, the streets are cold. Grab a jacket.
Some news here on the current affairs front. AfriForum is looking to drop the renewal of driver's license.
This is the only case I agree with them.
Wait,
AfriForum.
you should repeat that.
Normally they cases
They
I don't like at all. I'd like to say that.
questionable. Civil rights organization AfriForum will be filing court papers to oppose the requirement for driving license cards to be renewed every 5 years. The organization wants this requirement to be declared invalid and reviewed. In its application, AfriForum demands a declaratory order that the National Road Traffic Act regulations, to the extent that it limits the renewal period for driving license cards to 5 years, or ultra various, big words for me, unreasonable, arbitrary, and vague. They further seek a declaratory order stating that motorists cannot by law be penalized or fined for not having a renewed driving license card, so no such penalty exists. AfriForum is arguing that substantial legal and practical grounds exist for its application to succeed. From a legal perspective, the National Road Traffic Act and regulations are too vague to be workable. The legislation does not clearly distinguish between a driving license and a driving license card. It neither explicitly states that motorists must apply for new license cards upon expiry. It does not even state that it is a crime to drive with an expired license card, nor prescribe any fines, penalties, or sanctions, said AfriForum's campaign officer for strategy and content, René Duvenage. Duvenage said the legislature is not clear, concise, and intentionally harmonious enough to enable the general public to know with a degree of certainty what is expected of them. So basically, motorists cannot be fined or penalized if found with expired driving license
Listen,
cards.
one thing about AfriForum, they whack, eh? They whack. That's what I love about that organization. They whack. They find the cases that we're not even looking at.
And they bring out the facts.
Like this makes sense. Like, why do you have to keep renewing your license?
Basically, this wasn't
And
a
you can get
priority
fined.
in your life, but
And it's
We know
really a
the
mission
but
to
we
do
know the
it.
situation at the traffic department. We know the lines.
It's quite
we
the
know
process.
Brighton you went there
I went
yesterday,
yesterday
right?
to renew my
How many
license.
hours were you there yesterday?
Well, you have to book an appointment before the time,
Alright.
but I failed the eye test.
You felt it. I did.
What,
Yeah,
you
I
can't
could-
see?
I wear glasses, so I had to
Oh.
go all the way back to the place where I did my glasses and get my eye test, the form, and go all the way back to traffic department to show that to them.
Oh, wow.
So it's quite the process.
It's quite a process. You know, it's just like,
And even with the appointment, you're still waiting
yeah. I think.
How long did you wait for?
about two
AfriForum is
hours.
definitely on something
2 hours.
like I agree with this. You know, I don't know about you guys. If they had to ask me to sign a petition to support this,
You would
I'm on
sign
their
it
side.
with your eyes closed.
No, with my eyes open. I need to read that petition. You understand?
Also, Sanral cancels 17.47 billion rands in tenders. Contractors say tender cancellations are a crisis for the construction industry and the SA economy.
Wow.
The South African National Roads Agency has cancelled adjudicated tenders to the value of 17 billion rands in the past week, throwing the sustainability and viability of South Africa's civil engineering industry into doubt. The tender for the Eastern Cape's new Mtetu River Bridge, valued at around 3.4 billion rand and listed as one of the country's presidential priority projects intended to stimulate the economy post the COVID-19 pandemic, is among those tenders to have been cancelled. Sanral spokesperson Ovusi Mona confirmed on Tuesday that other cancelled tenders are the EB Kloot interchange improvements, which are in Durban, KwaZulu-Natal, a tender valued at 4.3 billion. The N3 Ashburton interchange, Pietermaritzburg, KwaZulu-Natal as well. Tender is valued at 1.8 billion. And the R56 Matatiela, which is in the Eastern Cape, rehabilitation tender valued at just over 1 billion. Mona added that the open road tolling tender valued at over 6.8 billion had lapsed. The tenders were cancelled due to a material irregularity in the tender process, where a resolution made by the board in January 2020 was not implemented in the evaluation of the said tenders, he said. SA Forum of Civil Engineering CEO Webster Mfebe told MoneyWeb on Tuesday these tender cancellations are a crisis for the construction industry and the recovery of South African economy. He said these tenders are instrumental to the survival of the construction industry and become a lost opportunity cost. The ripple effect is far-reaching and adverse overall to all the parties that are affected by the cancellation of projects.
Wow.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
All I can
As soon
hear
as
is
you
billion.
Just understand.
Billion.
As soon
Billions.
as you hear billion, just understand. We are talking big bucks.
Talking
Maybe
big
it's
cash.
Like some things are just for the best in terms of the cancellation of tenders. I know, like those companies might have to go through some tough times, but I'm sure that the government will implement ways of giving them certain
Survival,
Yeah.
just
you know.
to make sure that-
Maybe probably a bit of the money might be redirected to fixing roads and infrastructure in KZN.
in KZN, I think
from the floods.
Yeah,
and,
that would make sense, eh? That would make sense because what was it? Like,
I think the whole KZN region needs a lot of attention right now,
Right
so they
now.
deserve it.
as soon as possible
Yeah.
because there's so many families right now without shelter.
Without shelter, roads are a mess, and it's particularly
And people can't
worrisome
even
now.
get to work because roads are
Yeah,
a mess.
and it's worrisome because this weekend we've been warned there's going to be quite a lot of showers.
yeah.
Might even be a bit of a flood
So it's
coming
gonna
our
be
way.
worse on
So
them.
for sure, KZN needs to be.
It really hasn't been a good 2 years or a year for KZN, eh?
Yeah, we haven't been doing well.
Amen.
Amen.
Another thing, family politics.
Mkhize, just call Dr. Mkhize. When I hear this one.
Hey, I was in denial about this. I'm like, really?
No, no, man. Tell us about this one. Which one is this one? Tell us about this one. Which one is this one? No worries.
Mamkhize took to Instagram to share that she took it upon herself as the big sister to unite her father, inverted commas, Dr. Zweli Mkhize, and his son, Dedani Mkhize, ahead of the family's festivities. Her post says, as a big sister, I took it upon myself to come and play my role to unite the family ahead of this weekend's festivities. It broke my heart to see my dear father, Dr. Zweli Mkhize, and my little brother, Dedani, at odds with each other. But today we have defied the odds and proved that blood really is thicker than water, she wrote. Dr. Zweli Mkhize stepped down as the health minister in August 2021 over the Digital Vibes scandal. Dedani had received 3.4 million in 4 million rands in cash payments from recipients of some of the proceeds from the contract, according to the SIU's filings. Mamkhize claims that Dedani paid back all the money in question to the SIU. It appears that there may be a marriage in the family, as Mamkhize mentioned that she cannot wait to welcome her new sister in another post. I didn't know
Wait a minute.
I didn't know.
Before we even wait, let's just track back. So Dr. Zweli Mkhize is Mamkhize's father. What?
I don't
What
think
is
so.
going on?
I don't think. Okay. But continuing with the story, Mamkhize, ne?
Doesn't make
Calling
sense.
into Dr. Zweli, her father, may come as a shock to many.
How
But
old is she?
she's a grown woman.
How old is he?
She's a grown.
He's a grown man.
I mean,
But it details here that Dr. Zweli has 2 children, which is Udedani and a
Yeah.
daughter named Nokulinda.
okay.
So she's really not his daughter.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
I
maybe
think
was a guardian growing up.
Probably. I think also
But
with
you know how
black
we are.
families, everyone is a
Yeah.
brother, everyone
Yeah,
is a
brother,
sister,
cousin, brother,
cousin. You
sister.
don't even say cousin. You say, hey, this is my little brother. You know?
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Like even
Understand.
for me, I call my nephew my little brother because we're so close in age.
Yeah, I feel you.
But that's my nephew,
That
guys.
makes sense. All right, I don't know. Okay.
So that is not her father.
Well, speaking about the Mamkhize, her son, Andile Mpisana and Tamia Mpisana, can we call it? I just know it as Tamia. Just had
It's
a child.
Mpisane.
That child was training the whole day. What's it? Miyandi, the name of their baby daughter. Very, very beautiful ceremony they had for her. A lot of money was spent.
I
there.
saw that. I'm actually because I think we checked what exactly Miandi means.
It's
Only
it's Mia.
Tamia,
Tamia,
MIA,
Put
and
together.
and
then
then Andy, Andy.
put together.
Miyandi.
Mian.
Yeah, I understand.
That's, I would
No, they
never
were
think
brilliant.
that.
Speaking about kids, Rihanna gave birth to ASAP Rocky's son. We don't know the name yet, do we?
No, we don't.
Well,
All I know is
couple
there's gonna be a
now
hit
have a
single
child
coming
together.
out for that.
Eh?
There's gonna be a hit single coming out for that.
There already is a
I
single
think.
from ASAP's side. I
Rihanna.
don't think Rihanna does music anymore.
She's
Correct me
a
if I'm wrong.
billionaire. She's a
She's a
billionaire.
billionaire.
Philanthropist.
She's sorted.
She's good. She's not in the
good.
business of doing music right now.
Okay, so coming up, we've got Monica, the Boy Is Mine. Guys, if you have any music that you would like us to play on the show, do let us know in the comment section. We'll try and get to that at the last 30 minutes, rather, of the show, which is from 2:30.
Yeah, no, tell us what you like. I've also got music out there, so